Guys, welcome to the Nomadic Owl Oracle. My name is Jessica, and this is going to be the general August 2019 reading for Libra. It is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, please check back later. I do post several other readings that I am trying to keep going on my page as well. So, there's a few things that I'm going to say before I get started in my reading, which I like to say every time I do a reading. The first thing is I read in energy, not in sexes. So if at any point it does state he or she, please keep in mind that it is based on energy. Take it as it applies to your situation. If it doesn't apply, then don't force it to apply. Another thing is I do cuss. So if you do not like cussing, please go ahead and click off this channel. There might be a time that I cuss. I'm also using a deck this time that does have cussing on it. So I'm just going to be completely honest with you before I get started. Another thing is I like to sit with the cards prior to doing the reading to channel the messages that I'm provided by my guides, angels, and ancestors, but also creator, to give to you guys at this time. This is not going to be for everybody, okay? So it is a general reading. Please keep that in mind. So without any further delay, I am going to go ahead and get started and do this reading for you guys. The first card that we have this time is Dried Flower Fairy. It says Sweet Memories. So if you look at her, she's beautiful. She's a monarch butterfly fairy, which are one of my favorites. If you're not familiar, they are an endangered species, which is, kind of important. So the fact that she's coming through here and it says sweet memories, maybe there's something going on in your life that you're remembering a time that was more prosperous, a time that was more happy, that had more beauty, more abundance and things like that. And, it could have something to do with butterflies and nature. It could not. I mean, it's whatever it applies to in your situation, you're going to know. But it's saying that you're having a time where you're sitting back and you're remembering all the things that have come to pass. And, sometimes those could be good, they could be bad, they can be helpful to us in the present, but they can also keep us stuck in the past. So be careful with that, to not get too stuck in the past so that you can't live in the present and move forward into your future, okay? So the second card that we have is the Carnivore Flower Fairy. It says a tempting offer has a high price. So you see all these little Venus flytraps around her. And what they do is they like to lure insects in by their sweet fragrance. And the insect will crawl inside of them and then they slam and keep them stuck. So a tempting offer has a high price. Maybe there's somebody from your past, is kind of what I'm getting, that you had a really great connection with. That you had a really good relationship, connection, love life, whatever, sex, if you want me to be honest, and they're trying to lure you back in. But you know that it's in the past for a reason. And that, yes, they might look very good and they might have like a lot of great things about them, but at this point of who you are and where you are, it no longer serves you. So maybe there's something going on that's causing you to like kind of step back and be like, wait a minute, should I do this or is this worth it? That's what it's trying to say to you at this time. Don't, jump into something without thinking it through and without being honest with yourself to see what it truly is. I mean, if you are a bug and you flew into one of those Venus flytraps, that's the end of you. So think of it like, maybe it's not that dramatic. I mean, but think of it on that kind of level. Maybe this person, they're in your past for a reason, okay? I always say the term exes are exes for a reason. Try to keep that in mind. Sometimes we get so nostalgic that we don't remember all the bad that might have came with that situation as well. So try to be honest with yourself with this. Then the third card that we have is the Candy Cane Angel. It says it's time for a treat. Okay, so what I'm getting is maybe you've been going through a period where you're just not really that happy with what's going on around you, and you're remembering the past and all the things that you went through, and you feel that it's time for you to have that happiness, that joy, that laughter, that passion, that abundance again. And yes, you do deserve it. But maybe it's not with this person, okay? So maybe you need to look elsewhere. Don't go backward, go forward is kind of what I'm gathering. Yes, you deserve to be happy. Yes, you deserve love. You deserve passion. You deserve abundance. But this person, they're not a bad person, but they might not be good for you is what I'm gathering from this, guys. And I'm just trying to be 100% honest. So the fourth card that you have, it says you're giving away your power. Okay, so right here, just like this is saying, there's someone that's trying to feed off of you, feed off of your energy, trying to manipulate you to get you to do what they want you to do. And yes, you might be tied to it. Yes, you might seriously care for this person, but they are not for your highest good is what this is saying. So stop giving away your power. Stand in your own and know that you overcame all that from the past. You're no longer living in the past. You're in this moment right now, and you have a choice of how you react to it and how you move forward. Then the last card, it says, don't fucking force it. Okay, so if there's something that you're trying to make happen and it's not flowing and it's just not happening the way that you had hoped for it to, don't fucking force it. It's saying that you are trying to make something happen that is not supposed to happen. And honestly, sometimes it sucks really bad that we have to go through that, but you are going through this as a way that it's trying to protect you from what might happen if you force this issue and if you move into that direction with your past, I think is what I'm gathering from this. So if it didn't work in the past, don't force it to work now. Whatever is meant to happen, whatever is meant for you truly, will unfold and will come to you at the right time. So, I hate to say this, guys. I'm not trying to be negative. It's just saying that this person they know you. They're able to manipulate you. They're able to get you to do what they want you to do, but that's not for your highest good. So you need to focus on you. Focus on what makes you happy. Know that you can be and embody whatever it is you want to embody. But this person, even though they're not a bad person, they're not the one for you, is what I'm gathering. And I hate to say that, and I know people are like, oh, that's really shitty to say, but that's what this reading is saying. So I'm going to be completely honest with you and give you the information that I'm getting. Again, this isn't for everybody. This is for whoever needs to hear this message at this time, okay? So please keep that in mind, okay? So now I'm actually going to read from the books the meanings of the cards so that way you will know more in depth to the situation, okay? I like to provide that as a means to be able to make sure I'm as thorough as possible. So the first deck that we're using is the Oracles of Shadows and Light. And then the second one is the Rebel deck. So for the first card, the Dried Flower Fairy. Bear with me one second, guys. It says, sweet memories. This darling little fairy just loves to collect memories and to treasure them, wearing them as garlands, their sweet, faded fragrance reminding her of happy times. She helps you by collecting all your happy, sweet memories and keeping them from fading too. She has wings that resemble the wonderful monarch butterfly, which is renowned for the vast distances that it can travel. So these memories may be of a very long time ago, down through the ages, but they are still able to fly to you and reach you with their message of love and sweetness. Wherever you currently find yourself, when you experience a difficult and challenging time, the dried flower fairy flies to your side, shows you a moment that you had forgotten, and magically the present moment transforms. You will always have her with you, most especially in the times when those sweet moments seem furthest away from you. She will come to you and she will remain with you. Expect calls out of the blue, bumping into old friends, a photograph of a loved one, or a reminder of a happiness that's coming to you in other sweet and serendipitous ways. It says this card speaks to you. Do you remember the time when you played with the fairies in the garden? Do you remember when your imaginary friend was more real than your own parents? What about the first time you ever noticed your shadow quivering in the light? Swam in the sparkling sea, held hands or exchanged glances with someone that you liked more than just friends. When you were given a gift for a reason, hugged by a friend, had a perfect day, found messages from angels in the clouds. You seem to have forgotten all the precious moments, so I've been busy gathering them up for you. I now return them to you so your sadness can be transformed. Let happiness, bliss, and gifts for no reason become possibilities you believe in again. When I see you smile and treasure a moment from the past and the present, I know my work has been done. It says, you may soon be experiencing little reminders of some of the sweetest, most fun, and uplifting times in your life. The kind that have no great significance historically, but in the story that is your life, they are pivotal moments. It could be seeing a rainbow, a star shining bright, or a photograph of your father holding you closely in his arms, or receiving the knowledge and sudden realization that something you did made a large and meaningful difference to someone else's life. You have so many jewels. It's time to sift through the precious moments in memory, and by honoring these and filling them again, change the present for the better. The magic of your sweetest memories will be worked into the present moment, and your current struggle will be momentarily relieved, and that transcendent feeling of being one with all that is will return, giving you the strength to go on and do what must be done for yourself. So it's saying that by you having these memories come back in, it's going to remind you of who you are and where you came from. And it might bring you a lot of happiness, being able to see that again and encounter that again. But sometimes the past doesn't live in the present. We change, we shift, and we have to go in new directions. But maybe you're being brought these memories and things to help you with what you're currently going through. So the second card, the Carnivorous Flower Fairy. A tempting offer has a high price. It says, pay attention. When this card shows up in a reading, look carefully at someone or situation that's around you. Her beauty tempts people in, but the purpose of the flower is to devour, making it difficult to escape unharmed. You may have been told such situations are wonderful agents of change and growth, but the truth is that you do not need to learn this lesson again. The plants and these plants are beautiful, yet faintly macabre. The image represents someone or something that is attractive, yet dangerous. There is a being who may feed off your energy or even eat you alive. Watch for people who consume more than they give, people who bully and swallow others, who argue out of your beliefs, ignore you, or constantly seek your approval and praise, and then grow hostile when you no longer give it. If you're appeasing another instead of having an equal relationship, or if you're fearful of being consumed by an environment that is toxic yet seductive, it may be the Carnivorous Flower Fairy has come forth to show you clearly what you need to avoid at this time. So this card speaks to you. It says, am I not beautiful? Wouldn't you like to come a little closer? I am sure you will appreciate my beauty once you're able to see me properly. And no, of course, I won't hurt you. I'm just, after all, a girl. I may look like an innocent girl holding a bouquet of flowers, and yes, I am. But my nature is to devour, as it is theirs. And so, before you decide to step closer to me and to work with this energy, know that you may be meeting a dream eater, one who consumes, who takes, who delights in watching the predatory actions of others, who dominates control, criticizes, and judges. I will eat what I can, and I will eat what comes near me. It is my nature, and although some may promise you they will not, as if it is their nature to do such things, it is inevitable that they will do so to you. Do not forget who they are, and do not try to make them what they are not or change them and save them with your love. They will eat you and delight in doing so. Holy fuck, man. So, I'm not done reading this card yet, but there's somebody that's trying to come in that is an energy vampire is kind of what it's saying. They suck the life out of you. They want you to give, and they never give. It almost seems very narcissistic, very selfish, very draining. And yes, you might have sweet memories with them, but know that they're in your past for a reason. Just like I said, they are not good for you. Or maybe this is somebody new that's come in that is reminding you of a past situation, and that's why you're holding on to it, because you think that it might be super good, but it's not. Okay, I'm just being honest. This is what it's saying. It says you may observe someone speaking cruelly about others, sending out toxic energy, seeming to feel extremely entitled to money, fame, life force, and attention, but unable to create their own. They treat themselves rather like royalty and as if others are servants whose purpose is to fulfill their wishes. They can be charming and cunning because they do want you to do something for them. They spend so much of their time trying to feed off others, and if you deny this, they become very angry. Narcissistic, they see you as a source for them, a way of getting something. This is sad, but even sadder if you allow yourself to become their victim. This could indicate a person or a workplace or even a belief system that is demanding and all-consuming and almost cult-like in its practices and ethics. Whomever this carnivorous flower fairy represents, it is a dangerous alliance to contemplate. Do not get too close. Observe and learn if you must. Do not become an experiment. They will bite you and they will try to take from you. It is their very nature. Damn. Okay, so this person is really just not good. It is not something that you want to invest in. It's not something that's going to serve you. So you need to be aware of that and accept that. Unfortunately, things that we think could be good sometimes are not good for us, okay? It did mention narcissistic, just like I mentioned. So whoever, whatever this is, I would highly, highly suggest that you proceed with caution. Do not give your power away to somebody, just like this fucking says, okay? Sorry, but that's what it's saying. I have to drink something, guys. I'm so sorry. I've been talking a whole bunch and my throat's hurting. So maybe at this time, with my throat hurting and being all dried out, you might be having a hard time expressing yourself. Maybe your throat chakra might be blocked, or maybe you're scared to speak your piece, but you're going to need to, is kind of what I'm gathering. So the third card, the Candy Cane Angel, it says it's time for a treat. The Candy Cane Angel is in charge of letting you know when it's time for some little luxuries that will reconnect you with your self-love and self-worth. She too holds back from giving to herself, as she is such an earnest and industrious little angel, but her message is always clear. It's time for some fun. When this card speaks to you, it says, you know what my problem is, and you know what your problem is. No, well, let me tell you. Our problem is that we both feel guilty about giving ourselves pleasure. See this little treat in my hands? It's not bad, is it? It's not evil, is it? But I can bring myself to just sit down and taste every moment of its sugary sweet delights? No. I have to wonder if it's the right time, if I have done enough to earn this treat, to wonder why I should get this when so many do not have a single candy cane for their own selves. I torment myself with these things, and so do you. How about we make a deal? Next time you ponder a gift to yourself, a massage, a treat, a spiritual workshop, a delicious meal, time to laugh with a friend, a long rest or nap, meditation time, a space clear, know that when you energetically tell yourself, I am way too busy for that indulgence, you are really saying, I do not deserve that. Well, now is the time to decide that you do. I am about to have my treat. I now charge you with the same quest. Give yourself that which you have been denying yourself. You do deserve it. So it's telling you to spend time honoring yourself, cherishing yourself, loving yourself, okay? You know, sometimes we have to give all of ourselves, our time, our energy over to other things, but this is not a time to do so. It's saying that you're neglecting your own needs by trying to help others and trying to be there for others. You need to be there for yourself more than anything at this time. It says it is definitely time to have a treat, to give yourself the thing that you've been putting off until you have worked hard enough or saved enough money or done without long enough. This card can come up for people who have been taught to save before they buy. A wonderful strategy, but at times this can tip over into almost habitual denial. You truly deserve some pleasure at this time. In whatever form you've been denying yourself, do not rationalize or talk yourself out of it any longer. The Candy Cane Angel has appeared. She has made a bargain with you, and you are now going to have some fun, some delight, some tasty treats. Whether in the form of food, clothing, luxuries, or experiences, that you have forced yourself to do without. The luxuries are not only available to you, they are necessary for your growth at this time. Step out of the consciousness of lack and into the consciousness of I deserve, and grant yourself this lovely moment of luxury. It's time for some enjoyment to restage a grand entrance into your own life. Okay, so what it's saying to you is that by you taking back your self-love. And by you loving yourself and spending more time for yourself, with yourself, it's going to help you with being able to help others and bring light to others and abundance to others. So, maybe you've been neglecting yourself because you didn't feel that you deserved to be able to treat yourself. But it is time to treat yourself. It is time to acknowledge yourself and love yourself again and spend that time with yourself. So the fourth card, you're giving away your power. It says you're a badass. Act like it. Okay, so maybe you're trying to be kind to someone that doesn't deserve your kindness. You're trying to give to someone that doesn't deserve it. You need to give to yourself. Embody your goddess or God-like energy that you are. Stand in your power and stand and know that you are beautiful, that you are deserving of better, that you deserve so much. And start accepting that. Don't tell yourself, no, I don't deserve this. No, I'm not good enough for that. Whatever the case may be. You need to make sure that you are loving yourself first, because what you put out into the universe is what you're going to attract back. Be honest about that. Be aware of that, okay? So it says, don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. Okay, so things that you're having to force at this time are not for your highest good, because universe, creator, your angels, your guides, your ancestors are trying to protect you. They're trying to buffer you from something that is not for your highest good. And, we can push and push and push, but if it keeps not working and it keeps not aligning, then there's something that's not in balance. It may not be the time for that. It may not supposed to happen at all. But you need to be aware of that instead of trying to put all your energy and efforts into something that is not for your highest good. So guys, what I'm gathering from this is that, yes, you have memories of the past that make you see this new person, this old person in a high light, but they are not good for you. It's telling you that they have traits that are going to cause you a lot of conflict, a lot of disarray, and they're just going to suck you dry is kind of what it's saying. I'm sorry, but that's what this is saying. It's time for you to treat yourself, to love yourself, and give yourself what you need from yourself, not from others. Don't look from it from others. Libras are all about beauty, aesthetic, happiness, and just being able to get some R&R and stuff. So treat yourself, love yourself. You are so worthy. You are so deserving. You don't need somebody else to validate who you are, what you are, and how great you are, okay? Don't give away your power any longer. And don't force things that aren't meant to happen. So guys, I hope that this resonated. I hope that it helped. If it didn't resonate, please check back on my other readings. I do several other ones. Like I said, it is a general reading. If you would like to book a personal reading, please contact me and we can get you set up to do so. I am on Facebook, YouTube now, and also on Instagram as well. So I hope you all have a great month. I'm always here if you need me. If this resonates or you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys. I'm sending you love and light.